Hey everyone, it's John again, and now we're going to go into part 4 of the campus network. In this section, what I'm going to do is configure the access layer. So that's going to be configuring port fast, BPDU guard, put a bit of storm control, no negotiate on the access ports. And I think that might be it for this section. I might leave the HSRP in the data center to part 5. We'll see how time goes. So let's just kick on and do it then. Well, first, actually, before we do anything, we've got the network up. Everything seems to be, well, the distribution and access layer, should I say, the switch part. But all the switches are still running the normal spanning tree. What we want to do is run a rapid PVSD plus. So I'll actually just configure all these switches quickly to run that. So we're just going to use the trusty notepad again, and we'll do span mode rapid. Just copy that and just work along sequentially. Paste you can see it's now changing. So went to amber, I'll go back to green in a wee second. I hate to kind of harp on about this, but these kind of repetitive manual tasks are just such this is an argument for automation yet again, because just me copying and pasting, I could deploy this in 2 seconds with something like Ansible. So it's really worth your while to go and learn that stuff. But we're in Packet Tracer, so we can't do that. So we'll just do it the long way. Oh. Almost there. Right, that's us. So, we've now configured rapid spanning tree in this area. We'll need to do that up here as well, mind you. However, for now, that's just fine. What I'm going to do now is configure this access layer. And as you can see, this port will be VLAN 3, this one will be VLAN 5, 35, 914, 914, 34, 37, 34, 37, 42, 46, and 42, and 46. So let's just go and do it. The actual ports which I've got will be 65, 65, 65. So if I just go into this and just start configuring. So the interface F806, make it a access port. We'll access VLAN 3. You can see it's went to amber here. If we do a spanning tree port fast, it'll go straight to green. And we'll also need to do spanning tree BPDU guard enable. Okay, so that's that. What we want to do is do switch port no negotiate, take off DTP, and we'll also put storm control on. We'll do a broadcast level of 40 since it's an access port. Now, let's go along to an FA05. Actually, do you know what? Whilst we're at it, I'll put on some port security. I said I was going to do that, didn't I? So the switch port, port security, switch port security, MAC address sticky. We'll make a maximum of 2 rather than the default of 1 just to change it. Port security, maximum of 2, and I said I was going to do restrict, so I'll put that to restrict, or violation restrict, sorry. And you know what, I'll put a description on it as well, just for the sake of it. To VLAN 3 host. Okay. Now we'll do int FA05 switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 5. And we'll do spanning tree port fast, spanning tree BPDU guard enable, switch port no negotiate, and we'll do storm control broadcast level 40 again. And we'll do switch port, port security, just do the exact same settings. And we'll make the description to VLAN 5 host. So if we do a show run, you'll be able to see that. And that's that one there. And the one below it. Now really what you want to be doing is shutting down all these ports, actually assign them to an unused VLAN, switch port mode accessing them and put them into an unused VLAN, then shutting them down is a better idea. But in the interest of time I'm going to skip that, but that's a tip for you to do that in future. So move to the next one, it's just going to do the same thing. And FA06, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 3, switch port, oh, actually spanning tree port fast first. Getting ahead of myself there. BPDU guard enable. And switch port no negotiate. Okay, and we'll do a description to VLAN 3 host. FA05, switch port mode access, switch port. Check that's correct. Do a show run. 5 and 6. That looks fine. So we'll continue on. Now we're doing VLANs 9 and 14. Same deal. FA06 switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 9, spanning tree port fast. And we'll do switch port no negotiate. Nope, sticky. And we'll do a description to VLAN 9 host. Not actually, spanning tree. Nope. Not a show rub. Show run. So let's just check that. Okay, that seems to be fine, I think. Right. And we'll do an FA06. Turn caps lock off. VLAN 9. and FA05 to do the 14. Switch port access, VLAN 14, spanning tree port fast, spanning tree BPDU guard enable, and we'll do storm control, broadcast level 40. Switch port no negotiate, put our port security on. Put a max of 2. Description to VLAN 14 host. Okay, so that's this side done. What I'm going to do is maybe just change it up a little bit on this side and change, I don't know, the maximum to 1 and the violation to just protect, so we don't actually have to do the same thing over and over again. Slight modification. Int FA 06, and that will be switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 34, spanning tree port fast, spanning tree BPDU guard enable, storm control broadcast level 40, switch port no negotiate, switch port security, switch port security. But just leave the maximum 1, that's the default anyway. So we'll just do switch port security violation protect this time, and description to VLAN 34 host. Exit that. Was 6. So did I do that correctly? Oh, this is an FAO3, these might be different actually. 6 and 3, is that correct? Yep, these are different ports, that's why I noticed that wasn't going amber there. So, FA03 this is, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 37, is it going amber? We'll green it. Spanning tree BPDU guard enable, storm control, broadcast level 40, switch port no negotiate, switch port security. Okay, should run that. FAO5 is partially configured there because I was doing the wrong one. Ordinarily I'd change that, but in the interest of time I'll just leave it be. So that's that one done, 3 more to go and that's that part done. So, enable conft int FA06, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 34, spanning tree port fast, spanning tree BPDU guard enable, and we'll do storm control, broadcast level 40, switch port no negotiate, and then we'll do switch port security. MAC address sticky, violation protect, and we'll do a description to VLAN 34 host. Oh, actually getting ahead of myself there. Okay, just check that. Okay, last 2. Cancel that. Now this is going to be VLANs 42 and 46. It seems to be fine. And the last one. Okay, enable, configure terminal, int FA06, switch port mode access, switch port access, VLAN 42, spanning tree port fast, spanning tree. Type in there, just mashing the keypad. Storm control, broadcast level 40 again, switch port negotiate, turn DTP off. And we'll do switch port security, switch port security, MAC address sticky, switch port security, violation protect, and we'll do a description to VLAN 42 host. Switch port. Actually, we'll do a spanning tree first. Actually, I need the storm control, don't I? Okay, so that should be them configured. Right. So like I said, we've configured DHCP on D1 and D2 for the VLANs 3, 5, 9 and 14. And on on switches D3 and D4, we've got a DHCP pool for VLANs 34, 37, 42 and 46. So now we've put these ports into their respective VLANs, I should be able to put a DHCP request in and gather an actual IP address from the switches. So let's see, we should have an address in VLAN 3 this time. So we've done IP config, we'll have nothing here. We've done IP config and renew it, send the DHCP request. There we are, we've got in the 3 network, and our default gateway should be the HSRP virtual IP address, but in this case it should be physically routed to this one because we made this one the active one. And again, if this one failed, this would take over the 3.1. So let's just check we have connectivity, and we'll do 192.168.3.1, and we've got a reply from the default gateway. That's good. Let's just run along these quickly, and that'll be us. IP config, renew. So we have 1 in the 5 network, yes. Try the default gateway, get a response. Same again, this should be in the 3 network. Nope. Let's get a response, good. IP config. And DHCP. That's us, good. Now this one should have an address in the 9 network. Yep. And I have a reply from our gateway. This one should be one in the 14 network. Yep. We have a reply from the gateway, all good. And we just continue through this till this is done. And then we'll try inter VLAN connectivity. Yep. So let's get a reply from that. Right, so let's see if we can ping between these VLANs here. So we've got a host where 3.4. Let's see if we can ping it from one host in the 14 network. And you'll notice we're not going to have connectivity because there's one vital thing we need to do here. Remember on your layer 3 switches to put on IP routing, because if you go to the routing table, there's nothing. So what you need to do is do IP routing, and this will now show us our connected interfaces. See that? Same again here. If we do show IP route, we'll have do a show IP route, we'll have nothing here. And if we do IP routing, do show IP route now, we now have connected interfaces. So let's try it again now. There we go. So just remember that's a common mistake when people are doing layer 3 switching. They often forget to turn the IP routing on, and there's no actual routing tables to actually perform the inter VLAN routing. You can get between your actual hosts because you're just going to do layer 2, but to go between VLANs you need to remember to do that. So we'll configure this. Now just a point here, we actually can't route between VLAN 3 and VLAN 42s because we're going to actually have to configure, because these don't know anything about VLAN or the network of 42.0 or 46.0, we're going to actually have to configure EIGRP to get from this VLAN to say this VLAN. We'll do that later. But inter VLAN between these VLANs and these VLANs, we're going to have connectivity. So we shall go to this host, and we'll just take the quicker way. We'll just put DHCP on that way, just to speed things up a little bit. Nope. And the last one. And just put on our IP routing, because like I say, we still won't have any routing table. Okay. And enable. So if we grab this IP address, try to ping this gateway, that's fine. Just copy that, and we'll say it from the 37 one. Try pinging its gateway first. Yep, we have connectivity. And we'll just ping this host here, see if we have connectivity. And there we go. Okay, so that's the end of part 4. The next part, I think I'll probably go on to either doing EIGRP, or rather no, I won't. I'll go and do the data center first, that makes more sense. And we'll pick it back up in the next section. Okay, so hang tight and I'll see you soon. Bye.